Okay. So I may be slightly early here, but I think I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm recording this anyways, and I will be posting these recordings onto the Canvas. So, all right. So good morning, everybody. Welcome back. I can't believe that we're already back here. It seems like we just left, but okay.
Good morning, Professor.
Good morning, Sam. So hopefully there wasn't too much confusion over the scheduling of this class. This class is scheduled Tuesday through Friday, and there's a technical reason for that, which involves the requirements of the state that if we have a non-standard class length, we have to make up any time from holidays. And there is actually a Monday holiday in January. And so if I scheduled this class over that Monday, we would have to make up all of that extra time, which would have made this class almost a half hour longer every day. So that's why when I was first doing this intercession thing, I scheduled it on Tuesday to jump over that holiday, and that would make it 3.5 hours. Now, this is a synchronous online class, and it's going to really function mostly like an online class, as you'll see, just like lab last semester. But we are going to have some lab meetings and lab lectures. And I'm also going to be trying to set up for some student collaboration. So, but if we were in person, we would be there at 9 o'clock this morning, and we would be expecting to stay till basically about 3:30 in the afternoon, with an hour for lunch, or 50 minutes for lunch, but still, right? And so in that case, if we were going to stay till 4, that would be, really a drag, right? So, all righty. So today, actually, I am going to be talking to you for a while. This will all be recorded and it will be posted. All of our lab meetings will be recorded and posted. And that's intentional because although this is a synchronous online class, it is my intention to basically set it up so that it can function in a purely online format for people who have a hard time making it, for a variety of reasons, childcare, jobs, things like that. Okay. So while your attendance is not mandatory, I do recommend you attend. This will be the time when we will have an opportunity to answer questions, kind of office hour stuff and everything like that. And I'm going to talk to you a little bit later about how I'm going to try to set it up so that you guys can Zoom each other during these class times and maybe get together and work together. Okay. All righty. So let me start by sharing my screen here. And what you're going to see on my shared screen, let me get this thing out of the way. You probably can't see this anyways, but it's in my way. There we go. There we go. Okay, so this is the student view of the Canvas site. And so, it changed my title. Oh, well. So you should, I'm going to have to go to my dashboard. Let's see if it'll let me do that. Oh, access denied because I'm in student view. There we go. Anyways, I made a little graphic for the dashboard for this class. I don't know if you guys use that. Okay. So I just got a message here about missing class. Listen, guys, I want to emphasize that, how can I put this? Daily attendance at these Zoom meetings is not mandatory because I am designing the class so that you can take it as a fully online class, right? That would be fit with your schedule. Although I'm going to be here and I want to be here and we're going to have these meetings, if you have to miss class for whatever reason, somebody says they're going to be having surgery, yeah, that's clearly a reason why you would have to miss class. That's okay. You will not be penalized. The only thing is that there are going to be reasonably firm due dates for the assignments because I want people to keep up and be participating in these 4 weeks. Okay. Alrighty. So let's take a look at our Canvas site. So this is, pretty much the same thing. You can see introduction, blah, 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 blah. We're going to go over the syllabus and stuff in just a moment. And what I have done here is I have set up modules as always. And the first module is where I'm going to continue to post all of the general types of files and information that you're going to need for the class. Okay. So later on, we're going to have things like correlation tables and data tables and things that will be just sort of general use. They'll be posted in general course information, module 0. All right. So in fact, this portion of the lecture, I'm probably going to take this lecture, chop it up because there's going to be several parts. This portion of the lecture will be probably be posted in module 0. Okay. At any rate, so you can see I've got a syllabus, I've got a separate schedule, I've got safety rules, safety goggle information, and then mastering chem registration. And I want to talk to you about those things. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead from here. I'm going to pull up, where did I put it? Oh God, I didn't make a shortcut yet. This is last semester stuff. Here we go. Nope, that's not it. If you guys were to see my file system, I have so many files, it's not even funny. All right, let's look at our syllabus here. So here's the course syllabus. That is posted in module 1 already for you. It should be published and available. Okay, so here we are, Organic Chemistry Lab B, Chem A225L. I'm the instructor, Dr. M, Intersession 2021. Okay, so going through this really quickly because you can read. With regard to office hours, I'm not going to be having separate office hours this semester. Instead, we will be having office hours, instructor contact during our daily class meetings. And I will, depending on how this thing works out, probably schedule in some times when we can meet outside of this sort of you and I lecture part. Okay. I do have my office location on here. That is not really applicable because the campus is closed during intersession because of COVID-19. But if we were on campus, this is where you would find my office. There's my office phone. If you leave a message on my phone, I do get an email and a recording of that message. So that is potentially a way, if you are an emergency and you can't email me directly, to get a hold of me. And then this is my direct email address. And you're also totally welcome to just send messages through the Canvas messaging system. I do get those, and I do get a copy of those sent to my email. All right, here's the course information. This is course section number 41705. Our meeting schedule, we're going to have synchronous lectures on Confer-Zoom, Tuesday through Friday, starting at 9 a.m. Now, these will be of varying length, but I would say most days they will probably be between 1 and 2 hours long. Okay? And then you will be set loose to work on the day's activities, the day's experiments, and then we'll talk about how we might get in contact with each other during the rest of the thing. Okay? All right. We are going to be using Mastering Chem in this lab. And then also next semester. So you might, you're going to need to buy yourself a code for the term all the way up until the end of May, if you need access to Mastering Chem. Okay. And then the book you want to buy, the code for is the Wade and Fryle Organic Chemistry 9th edition that we used in the fall. We are also going to have an open source textbook for some of our lab techniques. This is Nichols Organic Chemistry Lab Techniques 2nd edition. I do already have a PDF of this textbook posted on Canvas. And also, if you Google this, you will see that will take you to Dr. Nichols' website, where she hosts the book and everything like that. So it's a pretty good book. It's got lots of good pictures in it. It's going to be very helpful for us for our techniques. Here are some important dates. The one thing I want to warn you about is that if you want to drop without a W, the deadline is tomorrow night, basically, because we're on intersession. One day of this class is basically the equivalent of a week of the normal semester. And so the drop deadline is usually for no W, and the add deadline is at the end of the 2nd week. So that's the end of tomorrow, end of 2 days. Okay. The other thing is that they'll drop with a W is Friday, January 22nd, 75% of the way through the semester. And then the last day of class will be Friday, January 29th. That'll basically be when everything needs to be in that's in. My grades are actually due on Monday, February 1st. So we won't have a lot of time for extension. The class is going to move quickly and it's going to be intense. And you should expect somewhere between 4 to 6 hours of work every day in this class, including this Zoom meeting, but nevertheless, okay? Because really we are every day doing a week's worth of lab work, okay? All righty, attendance. So as I mentioned before, this is an online course. The way that I'm going to be measuring attendance is by your participation in the online assignments, okay? And so those will have due dates. There will be penalties for turning them in late. But if there is a problem, you just talk to me and I can give extensions, and I'm willing to do that. However, I do need to warn you, if you fall more than a week behind, given that a week represents 25% of a whole semester's worth of work, I may have to talk to you. And if you just disappear, I may just drop you. Although don't count on that, okay? And I'll mention that, all right? So try to keep up. Zoom meetings will be held Tuesday to Friday at 9 a.m. and they can be accessed by Canvas. And then, so you guys, you're here, so you know that. And then, as I mentioned, although I really recommend you come to these Zoom meetings, it is fundamentally an online course. All of these meetings will be recorded. The recordings will be posted on our Canvas, okay? And so again, as some of you guys know, you need to remind me, right, when I start, so that I remember to record. All right, and then finally, please don't assume that I'm going to drop you. I had really, I think, one student last semester that made that assumption, and I just didn't get dropped for whatever reason. I think part of it was that I was kind of tracking, I was tracking by scores and stuff. And because I had on those exams, I granted credit on some questions. The person was getting like some points, even though they didn't even take the exam. And so anyways, long story short, I had to give that student an F. I don't like doing that. Okay. Please drop yourself. Somebody just asked me, will you provide us access to an online textbook? Okay, so there are two textbooks. The first one is the Modified Mastering Wade Organic Chemistry, the same one that we used last semester in lecture. We're going to use that also in lecture and lab this semester. And then the other one is an open source textbook, and that is already posted on the Canvas. So yes, you have access to an online textbook for some. It doesn't cover all the materials. Some of it's from the Wade text. Okay, exams and assignments. So assignments are going to be conducted using modified mastering as much as possible. I may also sneak in some Canvas ones if it just is easier for me to write them up quickly in Canvas assignments, okay? I will be posting notices of those on the Canvas site, and then also, you know, like I did in lecture last semester, where I said, you know, assignment, but then it's on mastering, okay? I didn't get that posted today, but I will get that posted. The due dates will be posted on Canvas and mastering. If you are having trouble completing assignments by the due dates, let me know. You know that I'm flexible and we can arrange to get you extensions, but please don't drag it out. Try to get them done. For the mastering homework, yes. So the grade is essentially based around completion. You will, no, I think that's a good question, Zach. I'm going to go over the mastering, but let me just really quickly say, the grades in this class are largely based on, there are going to be points based on completing it, okay? But you're going to have basically unlimited attempts without, well, unlimited. I think I set it to be 6, but 6 attempts without losing credit, okay? You'll only lose credit if you don't complete it. Okay, it's like last semester. So the most important thing is that you participate and complete assignments.
Wait,
Okay?
so after,
Yeah.
I just had a question. So after 6 attempts, then there's a point penalty for the homework?
Yeah, then I think you lose all credit for it. But again, let's just see how this works. It was the default. It was 6 attempts on a question. If that's not enough, I can increase that really easily. So that's not a problem.
Okay.
Okay. So, okay. I might modify the schedule and performance on online assignments. There are not going to be any quizzes. There are not going to be any exams in this course. It's all going to be assignments based on the rules that I just talked about, okay? So no time limits or anything like that, just due dates. I'll show you that later. Grades, here's the percentage scale. Because of whatever, 100 to 85% will be an A, 84 to 70 will be a B, 69 to 50 will be a C, 49 to 45 a D, and so forth, okay? And I may have to modify that if there's a problem, but I think that should work out fine. I have a section here on cheating. You guys all know what cheating is. Here's some examples of cheating. The one thing I want to say, so you can read through those, but let me just say, these rules for cheating still apply in an online environment. However, in this lab course, I'm going to encourage you to collaborate with your classmates. In fact, I am going to be setting up specifically some assignments where I ask you to work in a group if possible. And you'll submit one assignment with the names of the people in the group, and then get graded for that. Okay, does that make sense? And so to facilitate that, I'm going to show you later what I'm going to try to do and see if this works. Okay, but what that means is really you are welcome to discuss assignments and work together with your classmates, and I will not consider that cheating. Is that clear? I just want to, so I just want you to understand that that is a normal thing in a science lab, really. to work together with other people, to ask questions of your peers and everything. Okay. And really modern science, modern scientific research is a collaborative effort. I can, you know, in my experience, I don't know personally anyone who didn't work as part of kind of a team of people on scientific projects. Okay. So that's just how it is. All righty. Okay. And then student learning outcomes, and you can see we have new student learning outcomes. Yeah, these are the, okay. And finally, this is going to show up here. I also have a separate sheet. This is the schedule. You'll see we have something planned every day. These are basically planned to take up a sizable portion of the day, right? In theory, it's supposed to be about 6.5 hours minus a lunchtime. And so plan on spending some time on these. And the due dates will be at the end of the day at 11:59 on the day after the assignment, with the exception of the Friday ones, which will be due at the end of Monday, if that makes sense. So they won't be due the day that the assignment's written, but at the end of the next day, give you time to work on it and ask questions. So you see, we're going to do a lot of stuff here. We're going to do some review. We're going to learn about how to start keeping lab records, and we're going to have some exercises in that. We're going to be doing a couple more techniques, extraction and distillation, that we didn't get to last time, gas chromatography, refractometry, we also didn't get to last semester. We're going to be reviewing NMR and then looking at some more advanced aspects of NMR. We're going to be learning also mass spectrometry and UV vis spectroscopy. And then finally, we're going to be doing some organic synthesis reaction experiments where we actually set up and cook some stuff and then purify it and analyze it, okay? Then we're going to end the semester with a little bit of what I call, O-Chem CSI, where, you're going to be given an unknown substance, and then we're going to run tests on that substance, use data, and try to figure out, everyone will have a unique one, and they'll try to figure out what their specific substance is, and then provide evidence for that. So that'd be the last day. It's a kind of a fun exercise. It's pretty low stress. Okay, so there we go. So that's our schedule. All righty.